Hello everybody, my name is Dale Owen and this is going to be my very first video blog, so stick with me here. Today I'm going to be talking about Hans Holbein the Younger. And Hans Holbein was born in Germany in 1498 and died in 1543. And throughout most of his life, up until he was about 30, he lived in a town called Basel with his father and his brothers. And there he worked on paintings and various religious artworks. He did woodblock print, and he did what are they called? Stained glass. Did stained glass as well, and so he became very well rounded in his father's workshop. And anyways, while he lived in Basel, he got commissioned to do a portrait of a man called Desiderius Erasmus of Rotterdam. And Erasmus was he was a humanist scholar, and he was well known all throughout Europe. And so this was a very, very big break for Holbein. And so we did this portrait of Erasmus, and everybody loved it. Erasmus loved it. And so because Erasmus was well known, almost overnight, Holbein was well known as well. And this brings up two very important points. One point is just the connection that Holbein got with Erasmus. Because Erasmus was well known, Holbein became well known, and a lot of people would start wanting Holbein to do their work. The second is that Erasmus was part of the humanist movement during the Renaissance, and this comes into play a little bit later on, a couple of years later in Holbein's life. Let's see, in 1532. Or actually 1526, Holbein moved to England through the advice of Erasmus, and there he met a man called Thomas More, or Sir Thomas More. And Sir Thomas More was also a member of the party of the humanist movement, and he got commissioned to do a portrait of Sir Thomas More. And this portrait it's a wonderful portrait. It's right here. And this is Sir Thomas More, and I'm going to start kind of close, then I'm going to zoom out. And first, just the realisticness of Sir Thomas More's face. I mean, he looks kind of stern, but just the details in this painting are absolutely amazing. From this little tuft of hair here, and you can see his hair kind of comes below his hat. Even the eyebrows aren't really just straight eyebrows. They're wiggly and waggly and like an actual person's eyebrows. His lips are kind of pressed together, but it almost looks like he's a little smirking right here. One thing about Holbein's work is that he used shadows a lot to define things instead of lines, which is one thing Leonardo da Vinci used a lot. And that just adds a whole other realism to the painting. The shadows under his chin here and on his nose right here, it just makes it look so realistic. One trait of Northern Renaissance painters is they loved details in people's clothing. And here you can kind of see that through these S's here, along his shoulders and his chest. There's little cross linkage here. There's a medallion here. Just very, very detailed art. One of the most amazing things about this artwork, or about this piece, is his arms and the cloth on his arms. And this is just amazingly realistic. I'll zoom out. You can just see, I mean, how realistic all this is. And one thing to notice is that there's hardly any lines, like distinct lines in here. It's all shading and it's all shadows, and that's one thing that Holbein excelled at, and it's one thing that made his paintings absolutely wonderful. Again, that's Sir Thomas More right there.